Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to day 92 of Quran in a Year Plus, where we learn to look at the world and live life according to the lens of the Quran, brought to you by the Islamic Association of Raleigh. Today we're going to be looking at verses 79 to 90 of Surah Al-An'am. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إني وجهت وجهي للذي فطر السماوات والأرض حنيفا وما أنا من المشركين. And when he completely distanced himself from what they worship besides Allah, it is as if they asked him, "So what do you worship then?" He replied, "I devote my worship purely to the one who created the heavens and the earth without any prior model, turning away from all forms of idolatry toward pure faith in him, and I am not among those who associate others with him." وحاجه قومه قال أتحاجوني في الله وقد هدان ولا أخاف ما تشركون به إلا أن يشاء ربي شيئا وسع ربي كل شيء علما أفلا تتذكرون. His people argued with him about the oneness of Allah and tried to frighten him with their idols. He said, "Do you argue with me about devoting worship to Allah alone when my Lord has already guided me to the truth? I do not fear your idols at all. They can neither harm nor benefit me unless Allah wills, and whatever He wills will happen. My Lord knows everything. Nothing on earth or in the sky is hidden from Him. So will you not reflect, my people, and turn away from disbelief and worship Allah alone?" وكيف أخاف ما أشركتم ولا تخافون أنكم أشركتم بالله ما لم ينزل به عليكم سلطانا فأي الفريقين أحق بالأمن إن كنتم تعلمون. And why should I fear the idols you worship besides Allah when you yourselves feel no fear for the grave sin of associating with Him things He created without any proof or evidence? Tell me, which group deserves true safety and peace, the believers who worship Allah alone or the polytheists? If you know the answer, then follow it. And without question, the ones who deserve safety are the believers who uphold pure monotheism, pure Tawhid. الذين آمنوا ولم يلبسوا إيمانهم بظلم أولئك لهم الأمن وهم مهتدون. Those who believe in Allah and follow what He has revealed without mixing their faith with any form of idolatry, they alone are the ones who receive true safety and peace. They are the rightly guided, blessed by their Lord with the path of guidance. وَتِلْكَ حُجَّتُنَا آتَيْنَاهَا إِبْرَاهِيمَ عَلَى قَوْمِهِ نرفع درجات من نشاء إن ربك حكيم عليم. And that argument of Ibrahim when he said, "Which of the two groups deserves safety?" This powerful proof that defeated his people and silenced them is the argument we granted him and enabled him to use. We raise in rank whomever we will from among our servants in this life and the next. Your Lord, O Messenger, is perfectly wise in all that He decrees and fully aware of His servants. وَوَهَبْنَا لَهُ إِسْحَاقَ وَيَعْقُوبَ كُلًّا هَدَيْنَا ونوحا هدينا من قبل ومن ذريته داود وسليمان وأيوب ويوسف وموسى وهارون وكذلك نجزي المحسنين. We blessed Ibrahim with his son Ishaq and his grandson Yaqub, and guided each of them to the straight path. We guided Nuh before them, and from the descendants of Nuh we guided many to the truth, including Dawood, Sulaiman, Ayyub, Yusuf, Musa, and his brother Harun. This is how we reward those who excel in good. The same excellence we granted the prophets, we grant to others who strive for righteousness. وزكريا ويحيى وعيسى وإلياس كل من الصالحين. We also guided Zakaria, Yahya, Isa son of Maryam, and Ilyas. All of them were among the righteous and chosen as messengers. وإسماعيل واليسع ويونس ولوطا وكلا فضلنا على العالمين. We also guided Ismail, Al-Yasa', Yunus, and Lut. All of them are among those whom we favored above all creation with the Prophet Muhammad at their head. ومن آبائهم وذرياتهم وإخوانهم واجتبيناهم وهديناهم إلى صراط مستقيم. We also guided some of their fathers, some of their children, and some of their brothers, choosing whomever we willed to bless with guidance. We selected them and enabled them to walk the straight path, the path of devotion to Allah and obedience to Him. ذلك هدى الله يهدي به من يشاء من عباده ولو أشركوا لحبط عنهم ما كانوا يعملون. All of this guidance they received was from Allah. He grants it to whomever He wills among His servants. If they had associated others with Him, all their deeds would have been nullified, because idolatry destroys the value of any righteous action. أولئك الذين آتيناهم الكتاب والحكم والنبوة فإن يكفر بها هؤلاء فقد وكلنا بها قوما ليسوا بها بكافرين. These prophets are the ones to whom we gave the scriptures, wisdom, and prophethood. If your people reject what we granted them from these three gifts, we have already raised another group who will not reject them. They believe in them and hold firmly to them. They are the Muhajirun, the Ansar, and all who follow them with excellence until the day of judgment. أولئك الذين هدى الله فبهداه مقتده قل لا أسألكم عليه أجرا إن هو إلا ذكرى للعالمين. These prophets, along with those among their fathers, children, and brothers who were mentioned, are the ones who possess true guidance. So follow their way and take them as your model. Say to your people, I do not ask you for any payment for delivering this Quran. This Quran is only a reminder for all of creation, humans and jinn alike, so that they may be guided to the straight and correct path. As we reflect over today's verses, we continue the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam, and we see his confidence and knowing what he believes and is able to express it clearly. When he says, I turn my face towards the one that created the heavens and the earth, Imam Tabari mentions, he says, I have turned my face in worship to the one who created the heavens and the earth. He is the ever-living who remains and never perishes, the one who gives life and causes death. I have not turned to anything that perishes, fades, disappears, or lacks any power to harm or benefit. This is not the voice of a man seeking validation. This is the voice of someone whose entire identity is anchored in Allah. Someone who knows that the creator of the heavens and the earth is the one who is deserving of worship, of submission, of love. He is more deserving of devotion than anything people chase or fear. Imam Razi adds a beautiful insight. Ibrahim said, "Unless my Lord wills something," because he understood that a person may face hardship in the future. Ignorant people may blame those hardships on his criticism of their idols. So Ibrahim included that phrase to make it clear that nothing touches him except by Allah's command. Even when he spoke against falsehood, Ibrahim knew those idols could not harm him. He knew only Allah controls harm and benefit. He knew his safety, his honor, and his future are in Allah's hands. His confidence came from surrender to Allah, not from people's acceptance. His worth came from nearness to Allah, not from fitting in with society. Ibn Ashur mentions the connection between the phrases, "I do not fear what you associate," and "why should I fear?" shows that his lack of fear toward their idols is less astonishing than their lack of fear toward Allah. This implies that his people did recognize Allah, yet they still associated others with him. So Ibrahim used this against them, arguing that they committed shirk while acknowledging Allah without having any proof or authority. Ibrahim is essentially saying, "You know Allah and you still oppose him, and I am the one who is supposed to be timid and scared. I am the one following the truth. I am the one who knows the creator of the heavens and the earth. Why should I be shy?" And this is a lesson every believer needs. How can those who follow falsehood speak loudly and confidently about their beliefs, while the believer who knows Allah feels small or hesitant? Why should someone who holds the truth feel shy, while someone who holds nothing feels bold? Flip the script, turn the question back around. Ask them, why do you believe what you believe? What proof do you have? Where's your evidence? And even when Muslims criticize your practice of the deen, the question remains, you know we are all leaving this world. You know we will stand before Allah. So where is this feeling of safety coming from that you feel no urgency to prepare? Ibrahim asked his people which group will be safe on the day of judgment, those who follow the truth or those who oppose it. Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu, he said, when the verse was revealed, those who believe and do not mix their faith with wrongdoing, it troubled the companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They said, who among us has not wronged himself? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, it is not as you think. What is meant is what Luqman said to his son, my dear son, do not associate anything with Allah. Indeed, associating partners with Allah is a great injustice. This is why it is extremely important for every Muslim to understand what shirk is, what it means to associate partners with Allah, in order to protect themselves from that. And when we see the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam, his confidence, him challenging the people's worldview, look what it cost him. He lost his family, he lost his society, he lost his hometown. He walked away with almost nothing, but Allah replaced everything with something better. In the verse, we granted him Ishaq and Yaqub, both of them we guided. Ibn Kathir mentions, this was a reward for Ibrahim when he separated himself from his people, left them, and migrated away from their land in order to worship Allah in a place where he could do so. Allah compensated him for leaving his people and his kin by giving him righteous children from his own lineage who were upon his same faith, so that his heart would find comfort and joy through them. Sometimes you lose people because you choose Allah. Sometimes you lose invitations because you choose modesty. Sometimes you lose acceptance because you choose principles. Sometimes you lose a circle because you choose sincerity. But Allah replaced what Ibrahim lost with what was better for him. And this is always the case, that someone who leaves something sincerely for the sake of Allah, Allah will always replace it with something better. It may take a little bit of time, but Allah will definitely replace it with better friends, better environments, better hearts, and a better future. And when Allah tells us the examples of these prophets, that those are the individuals that He guided, so follow their guidance. Shaykh al-Sa'di mentions that Allah is saying, O noble messenger, walk behind these righteous prophets and follow their way. The Prophet ﷺ did exactly that. He followed the guidance of all the messengers before him and combined within himself every virtue and excellence found in them. Through this, he surpassed the entire creation and became the leader of the messengers and the guide of the righteous. May the prayers and peace of Allah be upon him and upon all of them. This tells us the path of success is clear. It has already been walked. It has already been proven. It is the path of the prophets and the path of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So if we want success in this world and the next, then we must follow the people who succeeded. So as we walk away from today's episode, try to find 3 qualities within the prophets. And then let's see, how can I bring those qualities in my life? What is one thing I can do that moves me towards embodying those qualities? May Allah give us the strength and ability to follow the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May He make us among those who are confident in their identity, in their religion. May He make us ambassadors for this beautiful religion. I'll see you tomorrow, inshallah. And once again, if you found this podcast beneficial, then consider donating something small at the link below. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.